Hey everyone, happy Sunday. So, because it's Sunday, I'm going to be making a traditional Sunday dinner. I have mashed potatoes left from Thanksgiving. I have dressing. I got some pork chops at Vons. They were only about $4, so I was like, I can't resist this. And I didn't want to switch it up a little bit. Been having leftovers, and today I had something that I got from Trader Joe's to eat, but switching it up a bit. And then I got what else? But like I told y'all, Vons don't have anything. Like they didn't even have anything besides for breading pork chops and stuff and chicken. All they had in that aisle was like shake and bake. Like I don't get down like that. So I know I had this at home. But what's up with that Vons? I mean, Rouse, Winco, Walmart, freaking Whole Foods, all of them probably got something, and you guys, they didn't even have Dixie Fry. Like, I didn't even see Dixie Fry anymore. I don't know if it was out or what. But I know all the flour and everything and sugar was all emptied out. They didn't have any more Cubison's yellow box cornbread. They had Cubison's cube that I guess nobody bought. Everybody was either buying the seasoned or the cornbread. Because all they have is like rows and rows of the green box that nobody wants to get. And so luckily I have this. But yeah, they didn't have anything in that aisle like for that, and like I was shocked. I was like, is it no, they also had panko crumbs and all that, but I didn't want to deal with all that. So I have that. I have peas in the freezer, but I'm gonna probably for my vegetable, I'm gonna eat. They have corn on the cob. I'm gonna eat one of those. I got pork chops, and I'm gonna put my bag girl stuff over there. I got Dr Pepper Zero soda. Yeah, I was a splurge there, but really, it was only $1 or two more than Walmart would have it for. So it's not like it was that much difference at Walmart for that. But here my pork chops. I have a new creamer to try, the French vanilla from Lucerne. Lucerne hasn't really done wrong by me, except I really didn't care for what was that one? Caramel, vanilla, something, cinnamon. I forget what I got, but they didn't have the 64 ounce of the vanilla International Cafe. They didn't have that there. I guess they were out. They did have this in the 64, but I was like, let me try this first because the Walmart one wasn't too good. It was a little more artificial tasting. So, I'm gonna see how Lucerne's is, but I know for a fact Target over here has the big one, the international. So this has to do so I can get over there. Which brings me to my next point. I got good news. My case was approved. And they emailed me today about it saying, yeah, I got approved, but I'm still kind of like salty about it because I'm like, look, I had to go without getting my pay for like 2 weeks because they, on my behalf, I could have hit them up like the week that I was gone, that my leave started, because I can see, is everything on the up and up, but I just assumed it was because everything said I was on leave with pay. So I was like, okay, what's up, And then I called that girl before Thanksgiving, and she said my case was like in someone's file that it hadn't been looked at yet. And I'm like, what? And like, I mean, I get it. This was like a few days for Thanksgiving, so it wasn't going to be like priority yet or whatever. But I was like, okay, something is up. Like, and so I kind of put that on the back burner in my mind for a minute because I was good. I was blessed as it was. I already have I have enough to get by, So I'm like, I'm not sweating it, as long as like freaking collectors aren't blowing me up, I'm good. I'm in a good mood, So, so, oh my God, guys. So I was just like, whatever. And so I called, I've been on and off with those fools like last week, and they were just like, it's pending, and stuff I could see on the thing myself. I know it's pending. Like, I mean, so finally I messaged on my case thing yesterday because it's just like pending, and I was like, tomorrow I know everyone's going to be back in the office, everyone's going to be back on point because it's back to normal working hours now. Let's get it together, get your coffee and get it together because you're playing with people's money. So before I could even think about that, I was thinking about something else at the time because I had to call work about something else. that now I got to go in person and like handle, because these fools are like on the phone are like, well, because it's something about a mix up on the day that I did that overtime. Like, some mix up, you guys. Like, they were saying that I was supposed to like be there for like the night shift too. I was like, what? Why would I? First of all, why would I do a night shift on my regular day off? Like, I'm not gonna do an 11-hour shift on a week that I was already gonna be doing 11 hours. Like, are you guys crazy? So there was a mix up, obviously, with the system, and I was like, yeah, I was just scheduled that day for that overtime for those 5 hours. I wasn't gonna stay any longer than that, and so they told me last week that it was fixed. That, oh, we see what the issue was. That so we sent this thing to the site saying that, you know, it's going to be refunded and give it 24 to 48 hours, which I knew was a little sus, because other times when I got shifts excused and stuff, they did it like within a few hours. Like, so I know they can work quicker than that. So I knew something was up, but I was like, it just hit me today that when you're on leave, everything kind of freezes. They can't really like adjust anything with your time or anything until the caseworker closes your case. Since mine was still pending, I didn't even know when it was going to be looked at. So I was like, oh God, I'm so assed out. So I was like, I don't even care. So obviously my leave ended the 26th, which was yesterday. So I go back to shift after that, which would be whatever shifts after this week. So I go back on Wednesday. So everything starts repopulating and everything on Sunday, obviously, right? Because it's the new week. So new pay period, everything. So all of a sudden I get hit up by HR saying that little automated thing they send you when you're like negative or you're going to be negative or whatever. So I'm like, you know what? I've been dealing with these people for like the whole week. Like, they're supposed to be fixing it, blah, blah, blah. But they don't really get back to you or say nothing. It's just kind of an automated thing. They just kind of say that, and then it either fixes or, you know, I never had an issue where it never got fixed. So I'm just like, I don't know. But I'm just like, they are so stupid. Like, it's like, and another thing is, you guys, okay, so my case was pending, right? But they were all on top of when I was supposed to be back and when my leave was ending and everything. It was like, you guys can get that all together. You can get your computer to send me when to go back to work and everything, but you can't get your computer to cut me a check. Like, you know, get it together. So I know I'm trying to look at the positive side, but they are just a hot mess, the whole freaking department. So I was dealing with that, and that was a waste of time on the phone, because the girl was like, oh, she's like, I can't do it from here because they have to go in and remove that shift from your thing, you know? And I just felt like saying a lot of good this phone call was, because you had me on hold like on and off for like almost 10 minutes, and just to tell me the same thing I've been told, like, because I told them I'm not going to be able to talk to these people on time. I'm back on what is it called? Back at the place, and that's not until next week, because I'm not showing up until then, you know? And so, but yeah, nothing was happening. No one was hitting me up with that, because my leave was like it was active. So like the leave part is different from like the money part. So I understood why I wasn't being hit up yet about the other thing, but I'm like, I shouldn't even be dealing with this. It was a mistake anyway. Like, you know, it's ridiculous. It's like, it's a computer. They make mistakes. Like, hello. And I think it's because I usually work nights, right? And so I work the day that day, and I don't know, it's some issue with that. But regardless, I mean, what's the point of you guys being on shift today if you can't even fix anything from your end? Like, you know, they're all, well, we can't like take the thing off the thing, and like we have to just like put a thing in for the person, the HR to do it. And I'm like, hello, so do that. Like, you know, it's just like common sense. But I'm just tripping off the fact that last week a guy messaged me, because I had the screenshot. I save everything, you know, because I'm already ready when something's gonna pop off. So I'm like, he's all, oh, everything's gonna be fixed because yeah, it was an error, blah blah. So bruh, where is it? And then the guy I talked to next was like, oh, well, yeah, it's 24 to 48 hours. I was like, you know, I've dealt with them enough to know how they work. Like, you know, so anyway, you guys, but the point is, there's good news about my case got approved. So, you know, I'm going to have a little green like, one's cutting tomorrow. So it's going to be depositing tomorrow, and one's for the second. So, you know, you guys are 2 weeks late and probably a couple dollars short. But I'm going to just let it slide, because, you know, I'm going to be working this week anyway. I'm gonna be getting overtime, so I'm not sweating it right now. So I'm over it, but I'm just like all these days just kind of sitting there, you know. I'm just, you know, I don't know. But anyway, you guys, I'm gonna try this creamer out, and I'm also gonna try my coffee out. Where is it? They had a sale on this too. Woo, I had to splurge to celebrate my case finally getting looked at and finally getting approved. And it was a perfect message. It came down right when I was telling off that the person that couldn't help me that much. So it was good news, and that kind of changed my mood too, because I was like, you know, delete. Let me just be professional with this. So anyway, I got this. This was on sale. And you guys, this is the coffee one, so I'm gonna see if it's different. Like, I know the espresso one, but I don't think it is, because the espresso and the coffee prep one are like the same thing on here. So, but I made a mistake. When I made the other one I got from TJ Maxx, I was making it like a coffee, right? But I looked on the directions, so I was like, let me see what the differences are, like how you do them. When I was at the store, and they said, okay, you do a tablespoon, and then you do, like for this, you do 2 cups of water per tablespoon. Well, for the espresso, it says you just do 1 tablespoon and like an ounce of water. And I was like, what? I was putting in like the same that I would do for coffee, so that's why I couldn't sleep. That's why I was all wired up yesterday and the other day. You know how I was guzzling it, right? So I was doing the way you can prepare the coffee version with the espresso in. And I'm like, so I was like, oh, but I don't think it's a bad thing actually, because I can basically, what I can do is I can do that on my work days, because I'll be able to stay up and everything, you know. It'll be perfect because it's stronger and everything. But I'm gonna try this one, and if I like it, then yeah, I know a place I can get it cheaper. But I have a feeling I'm gonna like the espresso one a little better, just because it was the first one, and I did it how, you know, I thought I was supposed to do it, and I ended up really like liking it. So I don't know, I'm already kind of ruined with it. But people are right in the comments, like, once you try this one, like, you never want to go back. Like, but I still love Dunkin', so I'm not giving up on Dunkin'. I'm gonna get a big one from them. Like, but I just like this as a splurge. So I'm not gonna drink this every day. I'm just gonna drink it like when I'm here, kind of like just sitting here while I'm cooking, and then but not like to go or anything, because it's a splurge, you know. It's like it's so like, it's not something like, I'm checking this can and everything. Okay. It's not something you can kind of just throw in the coffee pot like Folgers, you know. It's experience. Oh my god. You guys, I'll be back. I gotta open this up, and then I'm gonna do that, and I'll come back and taste it and everything. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye. Have a good Sunday.